It's often used to describe Jewish Americans because, as it happens, some of the original thinkers,
I thought you were going to play Hillary.
Ideas have now been characterized by this general term, neoconservative, were in fact Jewish. And it often carries conspiratorial tones on the part of people.
This is Richard Pearl, one of the architects of the Iraq War, who is in the Neocon, who's now trying, in my opinion, to use the canard of if you criticize him and his beating of the war drums, you're an anti-Semite. It's an old game. It's been used before, and he's a victim now. I don't really care what his religion might be. I care about the fact that he's one of the architects who got us into the Iraq War under Bush II, and now he's trying to do it again. It's that simple. And for him to use this canard of Jewish Americans as a code word, the neocons a code word for Jewish Americans, is nonsense. It's rubbish. Let's hear clip 14. It's more of the same. It's really embarrassing, frankly.
The truth is that if you Google neoconservative and you read randomly read articles about neoconservatives, you will discover that the neoconservatives themselves are almost never quoted. That is, they are not permitted to define their own views. Their views are being defined by their critics.
But wait a minute. Hold it. Mr. Pearl, you defined your views quite clearly when you said we should use air power against the Islamo-fascists who were invading Iraq. So you can't say that you're not saying that. You are saying that. So now you're hiding behind first anti-Semitism. Then you say nobody knows what your positions really are. We know what your position is. My position is quite clear. The hell with Iraq. How's that for a position? Let them kill each other. How's that for a position? Let Saudi Arabia, let Israel, let Jordan, let the other countries in the area who are directly threatened by the Islamo-fascist murderers do something about it. It's not our place to be the world's policeman. That's what the graveyards are saying to you, Mr. Pearl. Don't the graves speak to you when you see military cemeteries in America? Don't they speak to you, Mr. Pearl? How much blood is enough for this country to expend on somebody else's civil war? The Shiites and the Sunnis have been killing each other for 1,000 years. Do you actually think that bombing this wave of Islamo-fascists, who are as evil, if not more evil, than Hitler's minions, will actually stop the Shia and the Sunnis from hating each other for another 1,000 years? I don't believe so. You're a very intelligent man, Mr. Pearl, and you should know by now that bombing one side of a civil war doesn't help the other necessarily. It just fuels the fire.